story on the topic The Fun They Had of Class 9 book, which is set in future. And the writer of the story is Isaac Asimov. When books and schools will perhaps not exist. According to the story, there was a girl named Margie and a boy named Tom. Margie wrote in her diary.
Today Tom found our dear book.
Hi Margie, how are you?
Fine.
It was a very old book. They turned the pages, which were yellow and twinkly, and it was awfully funny to read words. When they turned back to the page before, it had the same words on it that it had when they read it the first time.
Yay. What a waste. When you throw it the book, you just throw it away. I guess our television screen must have had a million books on it and it would for plenty more. I wouldn't throw it away. Same with mine. By the way, where did you find it? In my house. In the attic. What's it about? School. School? What's there to write about school? I hate school.
Hated school, but now she hated it more than ever. The mechanical teacher had been giving her test after test in geography, and she had been doing worse and worse until her mother had shaken her head sorrowfully and sent for the county inspector. He was a little man and had a whole book of tools with dials and wires.
This is for you. Thank you. I wish he wouldn't know how to put it together again.
But he knew how all right, and after an hour or so, there it was again, large and black and ugly, with a big screen on which all the lessons were shown and the questions were asked.
That wasn't so bad.
The part Margie hated most was the slot where she had to put homework and test papers. She always had to write them out in a punch code. They made her learn when she was 6 years old.
It's not the little girl's fault, Mrs. Jones. I think the geography sector was geared a little too quick. Those things happen sometimes. I have set up it to an average 10-year level. Actually, the overall pattern of our progress is quite satisfactory.
I have been hoping he would take the teacher away altogether. They had once taken Tommy's teacher away for nearly a month because the history sector was blanked out completely. Why would anyone write about school?
Because it's not our kind of school, stupid. This is the old kind of school that they had hundreds and hundreds of years ago, centuries ago, years ago.
Well, I don't know what kind of school they had all the time ago. Anyway, they had a teacher.
Sure, they had a teacher, but it wasn't a regular teacher. It was a man.
A man? How could a man be a teacher?
Well, he just told the boys and girls and things, told them questions and asked them questions.
A man isn't smart enough.
Sure, he is. He is my father as much. No. Sure, my father knows almost as much my teacher.
I wouldn't want a strange man in the house to teach me.
You don't know much, Margie. Teachers didn't live in the house. They had a special building and all the kids went there.
And we all kids learn the same thing.
Sure, if they were the same age.
But my mother says a teacher has to be adjusted to fit the mind of each boy and girl it teaches. And in that, each kid has to be taught differently.
The same, they didn't do it that way then. If you don't like it, you don't have to read the book.
I didn't say that I don't like it. I want to read about those funny schools.
Margie, it's time for school. It's time for school.
Not yet, Mama.
Now, and it's time for Tommy too.
Can I read the book some more with you after some time?
Maybe.
Maybe. He walked away whistling. He went into the schoolroom and the mechanical teacher was and waiting for her. The screen was lit up.
Today's arithmetic lesson is on the addition of proper fractions. Please insert yesterday's homework in the proper slot.
Margie was thinking about the old schools they had when her grandfather's grandfather was a little boy. All the kids from the whole neighborhood came, laughing and shouting in the schoolyard, sitting together in the schoolroom, going home together at the end of the day. They learned the same things so they could help one another with the homework and talk about it. And the teacher were people. By 4. Margie was thinking about how the kids must have loved it in the old days. She was thinking about the fun they had.
That they had hundreds and hundreds of years ago, centuries ago.
Well, I don't know what kind of school they had all the time ago. Sure, anyway, they had a teacher.
Sure, they had a teacher.
Yeah, she knows.
Sure, my father knows almost as much my teacher.
To be
Start.
the mechanical teacher was flashing on